saw this right here, man. You know? Hold on, let me switch the audio from the game. You know what I'm saying? We're about to get that last little bit of well, it's not the last little bit, but it's gonna be the last little bit of stream of Marvel Rivals season 2.5. Season 3 dropping in 5 days. Well, 4.5 days. But you see what we got right here. FRIEREN season 2. I just, bro, and I said it too. Was this yesterday or was this day before? If this was yesterday, then like this was probably around the same time as 2. But I was like, oh yeah. You know, we check it on the Patreon description down below. We've been checking out, you know, different animes, and I've been watching some animes off camera. Actually, matter of fact, I gotta hold on. This might be a 2-parter, depending on how long this first FRIEREN recording is going. There's another one I checked out. Hopefully, I had one issue with this anime. Hopefully, that's fixed in season 2. I mean, you can't fix the beginning of it, but you can fix it going forward. And I'm gonna tell you that one in a second. I don't even know if that one had a trailer or not. All I know is that is like around the time this video drops, that is about to come out. The other one, we'll speak about that in a second. Let's check this out. This one actually says January 2026. So I mean, that's like 5 months. So if anything, we should get something, and like we should get at least a little bit of something. Also, this is I did watch. Listen, I either gotta react to it or I gotta watch it as I'm doing some other stuff. I mean, FRIEREN is actually a different story. I would watch it as I'm doing other stuff, but then like FRIEREN and Solo Love Win, I watch it when I wake up or go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Those were my shits. But so it's gonna be a little different experiences of having a dubbed not a dub, a subbed trailer. I don't even know if they have a dub trailer.
何も知ろうとしなかった。私は一人で生きていけるようになることだけを考えていました。
俺はきっと逃げ続けていた。
けど今は違う。早々のフリーレン第2期
So it's probably just another announcement, right?
2026年1月放送開始。
Okay, begins airing. Hold up.
旅はこれからだよ。
Okay. Yeah, so it's just an announcement. Okay. So while we here, I could talk about the other thing. I don't know if surely it has a actual like trailer rather than like kind of like basically an announcement, because this one is dropping this month. So let me see. English sub, main trailer 2 weeks ago. This one got 90 seconds. Hold on. Do we got a dub? I watched this one in dub too. Alright, okay, pause. Can you pause? Thank you. Alright, look. So we got this right here. So we got Kaiju number 8, season 2. Now look, when I watched it, this was my thing. I was like, hold on, this seemed kind of cool. This was my main issue. Everything else was fire. But basically, Kafka is like, not skill wise. I mean, at first, yeah, but not skill wise. Character wise is the worst person in his own show. It is what it is. I'm sorry. And you might be like, oh well, this is gonna happen, da da da. And no, this is what I'm talking about. It's kind of similar with Kafka and Jinwoo from Solo Leveling. Where basically they were like basically one of the weakest ones in their verse. Like there's humans, and then there's people who are like quote unquote above the humans, and like the ones who are like above the humans, they're the weakest one. So we had E rank, and then we had him like 0% power or whatever the hell. So having that progress, now you don't have to go full Jinwoo where like they're just like aura farming and like doing crazy shit episode 2 and 3. Like you don't gotta be like that, but this is the difference. Let's say before they even had a life-changing event that made them stronger. Let's say before that even happened, we're taking that out of the equation. Okay? So we're not going to when they get to the best of the character. Like Jinwoo could possibly just be like the same, and like I might like Kafka in the end, like how his story goes. But in terms of this, they're both the weakest one, but Kafka is kind of like he's like a little bitch with it. Like Jinwoo is kind of like, I have to do this, I'm gonna do this, and then like when he's about to die, this is bullshit. Like he's like pushing back against shit. He's not just like, okay, I'm the weakest one, like here everyone can bully me. Like dude. So he pulls up, and it's just like, and it's I promise, what was her name, Mina? I promise I will fight by your side. I'm like, dude, can you be any more of a pussy, bro? Come on, my guy. Come on, bruh. I said that out loud? Okay, bro. And this is not even the thing of like, well, you're watching and maybe the voice no, it's not even that, bro. Because the sub and dub is not going to change how it is, like the scene. It's just gonna change the voice acting. So let's see if they, and it's not even like, for instance, with Solo Leveling, it's they needed to change and put respect on Jinwoo's name. This one, Kafka needs to put respect on his own name, bro. How am I gonna respect you if you don't even respect yourself? And it has to be, yeah, I can't even, I was gonna like use Sentry as an example. If you've seen the Thunderbolts, where it's like, you know, he doesn't respect himself, but like even when he was like doing crazy shit, like take the Void out of the equation, doing crazy shit, it was still like, this is like his new powers. It's like, okay, cool. He wasn't sitting there, he wasn't in that bed talking about some, yes, I will listen to everyone, and I promise, Yelena, I will be worthy enough to fight by your side. No, bro. He was like, hey guys, y'all need to get out of here. Y'all don't want this smoke. And they did not want that smoke. But we're gonna see if he actually grew a pair. Let's see. But I didn't say this when we got to the FRIEREN joint, so I guess I'm saying it now. But before you get into this, even though we're basically more than halfway through how this video is probably gonna be, thumbs up, subscribe, and let's get it. By the way, if you're watching this as a video, I'm about to start my gaming stream. So like how I did the Cyberpunk joint, I was about to start streaming, and then I see these trailers. I gotta peep them, you know. Cyberpunk, I did that on the channel and the Patreon. Kaiju, I almost said Kafka. Kaiju number 8, I watched that off cam. Everything about this is fire. The villains fire. The other heroes fire, but the main character, he got like a cool, like, but it's like, how am I rooting for you, bro? You like, you show no types of backbone, nothing. Hold on. Like everyone's cold but him, bro. Hey. She's cold. Hey, this nigga, he cold, bro. He cold. Like, he just be chilling, huh? Like, I don't know how it is in the sub version, but the dub, like, you already got the animations with it, but the dub, he's just kind of like he kind of remind me of like Ultron's, like in the MCU, his first like introduction, where he's kind of just like, I got the, like, he's like just chilling, bro. Or even sometimes Ultron will just like be saying something and it's nonchalant, and then you'll kill one of the Ultron bots, and then he's back in this bit. Hey. Okay, hold on. Hey. Or, alright, so yeah, so basically when this drops, like, you got like a week until this drops. Low key, I could fit that in my schedule. Cause listen, I'll finish To Be Hero X. So if you want to see that, Patreon description down below. I was gonna have a clip, but then something happened with one of my recordings. Basically, we still don't know what happened. Spoiler alert, for To Be Hero X. We still don't know what happened to Moon to this day. Now, maybe, I think today, yesterday, or tomorrow, that I don't know what day they dropped episodes. When I started watching, they were like 13 episodes in. So I don't know when new one drops. Right now, I'm next one I'm reacting to is episode 10. We still haven't heard about what's going on with Moon. That's tough. That's tough. We probably not gonna hear that for a cool, like, hey man. That's the one thing where I'll say, out of all types of media, anime is inferior. You get 20 minutes and then that's it, bro. Next week, see you later. What the, bro, what? But it is the most perfect thing for binging. I'll tell you that. You know, you find one that you like, hey, and that bit is complete or almost complete. You got a cool like 20 to 20, 30, 40, 50, keep the numbers going up. I mean, maybe not on the One Piece shit. You know what I'm saying? Heard y'all got 1,000 episodes. That's tough. I can't go. I don't care how good your story is. I'm not watching 1,000 episodes. Okay, that's a lie. It feels like something where it's like, okay, this is where I say it's like the peak. I'll watch it, but I'm not reacting to it, bro. That's too much to commit to react to 1,000 episodes. And then when I get to like 400 episodes in, if it's not the same quality or I'm not getting any ROI, I'm gonna still feel like obligated to still react to it because, bro, I already went 400 episodes in. Like, it's kind of like that with DBZ. I'm like, I want to watch more, but like I gotta react to it, and it's easier to just watch it. But let me see what the comments possibly saying. Oh, that was another thing. They kept calling him old man, bro. I'm like, dude. And then when people like try to like combat like that thing, like that's kind of like that's a Gen Z whatever who's ever after them. I don't pay attention. That's kind of a them thing. By Gen Z, I mean the later versions of the Gen Z, not the Gen Zs that was in the same high school with me. No. But like those calling them, that was another thing I didn't like. Those old man, and it's like, bro, like people will be like, oh, you're unk when someone hits like high 20s, lower 30s. I'm like, huh, bro? And they like, because you're around. No, it doesn't make any sense, dude. Like, because when I'm younger, I'm looking at an adult being, depending on how like your maturity level is, 18 to 35. Or better yet, if we're like, we'll say that's young adult. Let's say 20 to 35. That's a cool, like, you ever heard of End Time, where after 25 they stop aging and they have to, Justin Timberlake movie? For me, like, I was like, oh yeah, 25 to 35, that's like the perfect age. That's when, depending on who you are, your genetics, your gender, your whatever the hell, everything all together, that's when you're at your most peak. 25 to 35. I never once looked at 30 and was like, that's old. Keep in mind, hey, I was looking for the MILFs too. So like, when someone was like 25, and then like, granted, like, if they had a kid, they technically be called that. I always looked at it like an age thing, But this whole, oh, you're 20, blah blah blah. I'm like, dude, are you dumb, bro? So I didn't like how they was calling it. Like, that shit was annoying. That was the one thing I didn't like about like the other characters. Other than that, all the other characters were fire compared to okay, hold on. All right, hold on. There might have been a line of dialogue that I missed. It's probably not, but I'm saying just in case someone says, actually, on episode 3 at the 10-minute and 32-second mark, this happens. Like, bro, that's not, but like, let's just say there's a line of dialogue I missed. Let's say, for instance, like, we're talking about a Star Wars or a Harry Potter. They kind of go around the same age, where they get to like their like toddlerish ages, and that's when they gain their either force abilities or their magical powers in Harry Potter or the Wizarding World or whatever the hell. And let's say there's like, we had a story in either of those universes, and then they didn't exhibit any traits of force sensitivity or magical powers until like they were like in their 20s, 30s, right? And then like, that was the joke, because like, everyone gets it younger, but you got it later in life. It's like, this is an anomaly, and it's like, okay. Then I'm like, it's as a joke of like, that's what, like, they're getting their powers that's that late in their life. So there might be a dialogue where it's like, oh hey, well, Kafka didn't get any abilities until this age, and that's the age where you get the, like, that's a different story. But other than that, like, bro, oh, come on, what are we talking about? So hey, but I will be checking out the season. I could probably slot this in after we finish Superhero X. So it's gonna be Superhero X. DBZ is basically every other day, because it has like 300 episodes. Excuse me. Right now we're like on episode like 70. Yeah, I think the last one we did is episode 70. Let's see. It's Goku versus Captain Ginyu. So that's where we're at right now in DBZ. And let's see. So that's every other day. When this video drops, right around this time, Dexter Resurrection's dropping, so that's gonna be a weekly vid. We're catching up the MCU films that I haven't seen. So we got the Marvels, LOL. We got Captain America: Brave New World. I actually don't know how that's gonna be. And keep in mind, like, I'm not someone who is like I'm not a super fanboy, and I'm just gonna look at something how it is. When I saw Captain Marvel, besides like 1 or 2 scenes, I was never really like, that's the worst thing. It was just kind of like, okay, that was mid. That was like, I never was saying it's the best thing ever, but like, it had some good moments, it had some boring moments, it had some bad moments, and it had a lot of alright moments. So it was mid. For the most part, besides like the changing of her powers, I you know, relatively liked Ms. Marvel. So I could go into those being like, oh, da da da, talking some shit about it. But basically, Marvel's Captain America Brave New World, already, obviously, since I said it before, already seen Thunderbolts. Then after that, finishing the X-Men films. And then by the time we finish with that, you know what I'm saying, Kaiju number 8 could possibly up to like 4 to 5 episodes at that time. That we get those going out. We chilling, you know. And maybe possibly bring Gotham back into the mix. And hey, we going crazy. But that's gonna be it for this one, y'all. I mean for the vid. I'm about to, you know, go back to my stream.